You know, after watching Colin Farrell as a penguin, I have a strong desire to see all penguins dead. Oh man. La la la, ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe J Movies So Awesome. I'm Joe.
I'm one Jen.
This is our Let's Talk session where we talk with y'all about anything and everything. Legacy of Free Willy, we are putting it in per our request of Scott Walker, one of our best subscribers. Thank you so much, man. And I actually wanted to talk about that one, Jim, because I feel like Free Willy really started Avatar, the second one especially, and that Black Panther one, because we see a lot of like sea creatures in a friendly light and protectionist view, I think, because of those movies.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. And I think it was like a great way of introducing these animals to children. And you know, I don't
educating
I
us.
forgot who said it. It was one of these like doctors. She said that you can't protect what you don't love.
Oh,
So because these movies open
Jane
doors,
Goodall about
Yeah.
chimpanzees.
No, I don't think it's something that Jane Goodall said. It was someone else.
Okay.
I forgot her name. But she said that you cannot you cannot protect what you don't love. And you cannot love what you don't know. So because of these movies, children grow up with exposure to this like wildlife that we usually cannot experience. Because, I mean, who here regularly goes out into the deep sea? Like, almost no one.
I mean, those like, now that you mentioned that, those like biologists like getting threatened by malaria-ridden mosquitoes,
Yeah, that's right.
hiding in tents, filming those animals. They are the pioneers. Really.
They risk so much to show us those things, and we just see that video of the result. But in order to get that result, they probably had to like camp out somewhere for like days and weeks just
Yeah.
to capture that moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, we gotta appreciate what the effort that they've put into these things.
And you know, I think Free Willy is another innovator in that I think we rarely get like, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Like prior to that, were there like animals are usually like fodders for human beings. Like a gladiator tiger scene and like man-eating tigers.
Even Ace Ventura.
Yeah. Yeah. And Jumanji, where they try to stomp you and kill you. But, you know, we have this dual relationship with nature. And on the one hand, they're like, there's something we should conquer, like the Christian view. Animals are like subjects. Another view is they're just like us. And I think Free Willy did a lot to open up that conversation of like animal ethics.
Yeah.
You know, really, because our attitude towards dogs, for example, in Korea changed so much in the last
past 20 years.
Yeah. I mean, so in a way, it was such a culturally impactful movie. And it was global, too. Like, Free Willy was everywhere. Like, it was in every television. And,
I also love the fact that it was not just about wildlife. It was about wildlife captured for human entertainment. So it kind of makes you think again about these animals stuck in zoos.
when's the last time you went to a zoo,
water
man?
parks? I think the last time was like, I don't know, 10 years ago. We have one in Gwacheon, Seoul Daegung, Seoul Grand Park, and there's a zoo there. And it was in the middle of the summer, and these like polar bears, they were like heat drenched, so they were constantly like soaking themselves in water, and I kind of felt sorry for them.
Yeah.
But again, this is like something that's always like debated on. Yes, it's very selfish of us to put them in cages for our own entertainment, but then again, this also helps with the conservation efforts.
Hey, guys, how you going tonight? I went for a walk to the supermarket at my local 7-Eleven, and they had no chocolate big left. It sucks anyway, because the chocolate milk is my favorite to drink. I haven't had a chocolate milk forever.
Yeah, I used to love them.
Banana milk or chocolate milk?
Chocolate all the way. Yeah, that's not even like a debate for me.
Look up killer whale captures, and you can look at pictures and how in video and how they are captured in the wild. Aren't they like? I assume they're captured by nets, right? They won't be harpooned if you want to capture them.
And I think their skin and their layers of fat is like really, really, really thick.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like an average harpoon won't really do the job.
Oh man, but being harpooned sucks.
Yeah, that's right. And we saw the rage of that whale in Avatar too. Yeah, it remembers what happened.
Yeah.
So it gave the humans their own medicine.
I mean, they have to have a good memory because they travel like thousands of kilometers.
Mm-hmm.
So that we have to assume they have super intelligence.
And their behavior is so mysterious. There's so many things that we don't know about these whales. And I also heard that we still haven't finished research on elephants. So we still don't fully understand how they like communicate and how they behave and like how far they travel, where they go. Remember that like photo of the sperm whales like sleeping vertically underwater? Just imagine you're like the first diver to witness that. I would shit my pants underwater. I'm like, what the fuck? Is this some like alien summoning like some weird intergalactic transmission shit? Mm-hmm. Because that is so weird. These are life forms. They're underwater. So cool. They're like in circles. It looks like some ritual or something. Man.
Maybe they're cursing human beings. At 10 at night, boys, and it's very, very early. Quite tonight. It's so creepy tonight. It is. Very bright starlight in the sky outside the window. Korea's also weird right now. Yeah. It's supposed to get colder by now, but it's not.
Yeah, it actually became warmer today.
Yeah, because when Wonjin and I were growing up, this used to be like where winter was coming. And
we can, as you can see from Joe's attire, you can still walk around in t-shirts and shorts.
Yeah, I did get a couple of eyeballs looking at me though. I was like, no, but it's hot outside. Like, what are you doing with all these jackets?
Like, not even jackets. We have like people with overcoats and stuff.
Yeah, it's like, but the Koreans wear that for fashion, I think, not really for pragmatic reasons. No, but like we do know some things now though, because the whales, they use echo, and so I think the latest article I saw this year is like they have something very akin to our language. It'll be cool if we can decipher it. And this grandmother sperm whale is like, son, and then she tells you about the American Civil War. I saw it from a distance because they can hear all the gunshots, and I was wondering what they were until I saw a boat and then shoot down. I saw Pearl Harbor, son, and then like
man, all those battleships.
Yeah, I mean they were bothering my clan, so I had to protect our babies, and then because my great grandson has a deformed fin because one of the planes hit it, and then the scientist is like, "Oh my fucking god!" I don't know, like we could be worshiping them as gods, and they're like, "Your calculation is wrong. I've been alive 10,000 years, and you killed my brother. What we do with her, ma'am? Oh yeah, you guys skinned him alive, and then pulled out the fat. I mean, that's the dream, though.
Yeah, and now that we're getting more advanced technology, I heard scientists and researchers they can now like track them with GPS to track their like movements depending on the seasons and everything. So I guess with time we're gonna discover more like fascinating facts about them in the near future.
Hey, it's like God bless technology. What's up, ZZ? Because all these drones and all these like endurable reinforced plastics, like these are helping our research.
And we talked about these like documentary shots being filmed by people like camping out in places for like days and weeks, but I'm pretty sure their job got a lot easier with the new technology.
Look up killer whale catches white right now, please. Okay.
Killer whale catches white. Killer whale catches white.
What do you mean white though, Walker?
Killer whale catches white. Oh, it's like a white shark.
Oh shit, let's check it out.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, I saw this video.
Oh, that's terrifying. So fast. Man. The great white shark has nothing on orcas. Oh, that was like a full-on football tackle.
Yo, I feel sorry for the great shark. You know why I feel bad? Because that great white shark, man, when it was born, the first thing it did was run away from its mother. And then you know what it did? Every time it met its co-species, it had to size them up and run away. And then it had to beat like hundreds of eggs competition, kind of like crocodiles. Unlike that orca who probably grew up with a grandma and a whole like crew of aunts.
You got to remember, they're also mammals, so that orca had to compete against billions of other sperms.
Right.
And it's the winner.
No, but sharks do sperms too, man. What are you yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh man, that was amazing. No, but what's shocking is like every time you see killer whale hunt, I think we can infer that they do like deduction, because it's deducing how to most efficiently attack that shark without getting hurt.
Oh man, killer whale captures we looked it up, and there's like a 46-minute video on it.
Guys, I think this is human beings capturing killer whales.
Oh wow, that's really old footage.
No, but when you mentioned the zoo, I do think sometimes sometimes it's about saving the animals too. Remember how like these scientists, they find an orphan lion, orphan tiger,
and you heal them, you take care of them, and then eventually they go through this like what is it called, like rehabilitation process. They like release them out in the wild after a few
but
trials.
sometimes I bet sometimes they don't, because I think some of them might have the thug life in them, or some of them might not. And I think it's such a difficult question, because you know how sometimes in movies we free birds, right? I bet some of those birds get like snatched by an eagle like in 3 minutes. Yeah, I just realized that octopuses eat crabs, and it made me super sad because I don't want octopus to eat crabs. Joe, do not confuse zoo for sanctuaries. People get confused about what is zoo and what is not. Zoo is a prison for animals. You're right, Zetzi.
Octopuses, I mean, we don't really find them intimidating because we eat them. But in the sea, they're one of like the smartest and the deadliest creatures. And crabs also, crabs eat meat. The best way to lure crabs out of like their position is put like
rotting meat,
or pork belly.
Yeah,
you just put that in the water, they all just crawl out.
Yeah. I mean, crabs are survivors because they're written in the Bible and stuff. So I mean, because there are a lot of like literary devices and stories where when you see a crab, you know something dead is around. Zoo, there used to be human zoos as well. I mean, we still do that. See, we're still in the Matrix. Remember, we're being battery fed. And who was it? Someone said they're gonna name you the mediator of the Matrix. One of our subscribers.
I forgot. I think that was
Was it Russian ID?
I forgot. He was visiting.
Yeah. No, but we're all in the zoo. But hey, but don't you think sometimes like the animals in the zoo, like if we could talk to them, it'll be funny if you like, now that it's time for us to release you in the wild, and the lion's like, we've never seen a wild before. He's like, what's a wild? And then we explain to him what it is. He's like, hell fucking no, I'm not going there. I just
prefer this place.
Yeah, just feed me. I don't want to compete with my siblings and starve days on end, because I don't think those lions starve in the zoo, at least.
But then we know that that's basically like we're weakening them as like an entire species.
That's true.
Because only the strong should survive.
The fittest.
And reproduce. And I remember when we talked about tigers, I think I mentioned this. There was this program where they tried to rehabilitate 2 zoo tigers back into the wild. So as like a trial, the researchers, they were also curious. So they took them to Africa. Because there are no tigers in Africa, they just wanted to see how they would manage. Also,
you told me this story.
Yeah, also like train them how to hunt in the wild.
Do you think this is a true story? Is it confirmed?
It's not a story. It's a documentary. You can find it. I think it's on National Geographic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like a 2 or
I'm just
3
making sure.
Yeah, it's like a 2 or 3 year trial.
Okay.
And they're really smart because at first they've never hunted before, but this hunting instinct is engraved in their
Just kicks in.
DNA. So what the researchers do is they put like a dead gazelle behind the Jeep and they just drive around. So the tigers they stare at it, but then eventually they cannot help but chase it.
Yeah.
And then eventually they pounce on it.
Mhm.
So that's how they start to learn how to hunt. So once they finally get the idea of like how to hunt, things go crazy. They hunt everything.
Yeah.
They hunt like baby hippo, so like all the hippo mothers, they're like in emergency. It's like DEFCON like 2 for them.
Yeah,
So
and it's not just
they stay like patrolling. They hunt ostriches. Ostriches get like shot down by these tigers. They pounce on like a eagle about to soar into the sky. They catch that thing. They eat it. Man.
You know what the big owners of SeaWorld do? They fire for people who are whistleblowers, fight-overs. Yeah, corporates will sometimes do that. They live in liminal space, mostly made of concrete. They never felt earth under their paws. A lot of times they die before their time because they get depressed. Because they're in lockdown and they can't have enough space to be happy. Yeah, it's sad.
And you can see that from the behavior of these tigers in zoos. They just keep pacing back and forth and back and forth. I
Yeah.
heard that's like a sign of anxiety.
I
They're
mean-
under tremendous stress because they're not supposed to be confined in such a small space.
No, and tigers especially because they roam like huge
Hundreds
distance.
of kilometers.
Yeah,
That's right.
they roam a lot.
Mm.
And even just walking the dog, you can tell the walk is important to the dog because it needs to pee. It needs to do all these things that are ingrained in them. But it always amazes me how, like, usually long-lived mammals, they have more learned behaviors. For example, like gazelle, they can run the moment they are born. So it's so funny how, like, I wonder how, like, the DNA, like, decides what to give this baby right off the bat. It just always,
It's fascinating.
yeah.
And I'm also fascinated, like you mentioned gazelles. I also saw giraffes. You know, they can stand and walk within 30 minutes of being born. And when they're born, it's brutal because they're so tall, they like fall to the earth. It's like, bam! So welcome to Earth. Man.
What do you guys think about my knowledge on SeaWorld and killer whales? When I go to America, I'd rather see killer whales in wild knots in captivity. I mean, it's impressive, Walker. That is anxiety, and they walk in circles until they make a hole in the ground. I saw that in a bear when I was volunteering at the bear sanctuary. Really? Oh man, that's scary. Read all my comments when I said about killer whales. What do you mean, Walker? No, but bears are scary as fuck. Wouldn't you? I bet my bottom dollar that your favorite tiger will be mauled by a bear.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be difficult.
Oh,
to see
here
the
we go
fight.
again.
Yeah, because we know that they will both try to avoid fight because they will instantly know that both are like lethal.
Oh man. Hey, but you know the funny thing is like the Korean mythology, where you know bear and tiger meets and decides to eat garlic. I was like, man, like I bet Asian people didn't even know that tiger was purely carnivore, like to make up that story.
And there is this old video. I think you can find it on YouTube. There's this video that leaked from North Korea where they put these animals against each other in this cage. There's a fight between a bear and a lion. So we can kind of guess what's going to happen when we put tigers and bears together. The bear's probably going to win because you know how these big cats have those like long fangs so that they can break the neck and kill?
Yeah.
It's impossible to do that to a bear. So what happened in that video was the lion basically goes to town on the bear for like the first 10 minutes. It's so aggressive. And I was kind of concerned about the bears. Like, can he take all that? And then the moment the lion loses his stamina, it gets tired, that's when the bear starts going to town on the lion. And eventually the lion gets its jaw broken and it like hides in the corner like this.
Yo, do a penance. You just said zoos were cruel and you enjoyed that fucking video, didn't
Well,
you?
I didn't enjoy it, but I just thought it was cruel, but I thought it was curious.
Okay.
And very fascinating.
I'm
because
just fucking
it's
with you.
something that we all fantasize about. So
I'm
what
just-
would happen if we put this animal against this animal? They have all sorts of weird stuff. They have like owl versus a snake and everything.
Oh man, someone give North Korean dictator something to do. There was this old bear that was saved after she was kept in cage in a zoo, and all she did all day, every day, she would walk. What? That's sad, ZZ. That bear was only going around tree constantly until she went to sleep or stopped to eat. That's really sad. Scott Walker, they force breed the killer whales, but they stopped their breeding program, which is good. Everybody wants their wild stream put in a sea sanctuary, so do I. Yeah. I mean, I think that's what they do to pandas, Wanjin. Like, because panda has such a low fertility rate, I think, because they have to go into heat, but I think that rarely happens. So, like all these zookeepers, they always try to put those pandas together, I heard. But, god damn.
They should.
What's up?
They should, I don't know, use AI to make panda porn or something. Just
like artificially?
Yeah, artificially simulated.
Yeah, that's a good idea, man. Like, minus the porn part, if we can get the sperm out and impregnate them.
The panda will be like, what the hell is this? I want to do that now.
But you know
that would be bizarre.
No, but pandas are one of those most unique bears because they're designed like a carnivore.
Yeah.
But they eat bamboo, and I heard it's kind of like what's that animal, like the slow, like sloth.
Yeah, sloth.
Yeah, I heard like pandas are like that, where the food they intake is so low calorie that they have no energy and they have to keep eating. That's what I heard. That's why they're really like peaceful. There was an incident with a panda a while ago. Really? Oh, you remind me about what happened with the NK soldier when they got sent to Russia a few weeks ago.
Oh, I saw on the news.
Oh man.
They get internet access from the Russian soldiers, and they're introduced to pornography for the first time.
Oh my god.
And they're going crazy. And I think it's basically like
I think I shouldn't laugh.
I think it's having like a demobilizing effect on the soldiers.
I shouldn't laugh. Seriously, that's so fucking hilarious.
It's like this like dopamine storm. Like, oh my god.
Oh my god. Damn it. I shouldn't laugh, but good for you guys. Yo, what's up, Tomas? Yo, Ibo. What's up?
I think the scariest scene in Spider-Man 2002 for me is when the fire scene. When the Green Goblin was in that blanket and that woman screamed, that gave me a good scare. Oh, that reminds me of that MTV Movie Awards where Jack Black does like a parody of that thing.
Yeah.
And the woman's screaming. She's like, "Oh, save my baby, please!" He's like, "Pass," and then he just uses his web. He just webs away.
Oh my god. It's like the
Neanderthals discovering the spark.
No, but like guys, let's not laugh. They are in serious danger. Okay. Oh Jesus! But that is hilarious.
Yeah, very unexpected.
No, but it kind of shows our corruption that we're so used to porn that we're like all our smartphones and stuff.
We would just shrug our shoulders and that's it. But for someone who's completely new to this, I can understand.
Yo, that makes me sad though. Like, god damn, we've been talking about zoos, but isn't that a human zoo?
Oh, it's definitely, yeah. Why do we not think about North Korea?
Yeah. How do you guys feel that SeaWorld has been wanting to people from years ago when they treat their whales and the whales are happy, but they're not? No, but then SeaWorld should be out of business because they should, like, companies rise and fall all the time with the changing trends, man. And if the society says they moved on from watching, like, because remember, I think when I went to Las Vegas, I saw, when I was a kid, I saw the Tiger and Lion show. And I don't think they do it as much, that as well anymore.
Yeah.
Because there's been
a lot of voices coming from these animal rights groups and stuff. Yeah. So it's gonna become more difficult.
You know, because how we treat our animals is how we treat each other. I guess.
And just like, maybe 50, 60 years ago, it would have been common to see these like trick bears and lions in circuses, but we don't see those anymore.
You kidding? I'm rolling on the floor now. South Korea knows what to do to stop a possible attack. No, but we don't want too much chaos from North Korea. If the regime falls because of pornography, like, that's also a scary thought. Skywalker, only 1% of male orcas have collapsed dorsal fins in the wild, and it happens more in captivity, but it does happen sometimes. Illness, injury, or old age. Yeah, I mean, Walker, like, I think any animal in the wild are just susceptible to injury. Because once I saw a documentary as well where a lion gets her throat impaled.
Oh.
But you know what's scary?
it heals so quickly
Yeah,
compared
exactly.
to humans.
She
They're
survives.
completely different. They're like Wolverine from
Yeah.
X-Men.
Because I guess the trade-off for them having a short lifespan is their cell like. I think you mentioned this one time. Like it's hard to just compare with human beings via because they're just in a different environment. I guess the DNA will prioritize healing. But it was insane because like there's a hole literally. The video is fully shown.
Yeah, a human would be hospitalized for like a month.
No, a human might die. Like here, and then you know what's funny? After it's healed, her roar voice changes. It's like it's crazy though.
Man.
Yeah. What's up, Tomas? You can join the chat if you want. We can talk about anything and everything. And I notice your icon is a fox. Man, we don't talk. Hey, but now that we talked about the big animals, I do feel sorry for the middle-sized animals, especially though. Like pumas and wolves and foxes, and they need more respect.
Badgers.
Yeah, because I read just like you, wild dogs were one of the most efficient hunters in like Africa, like because I think we just tend to like things big. But actual survivors are that middle group.
I'm so glad that I'm born a human because the wild, that's some serious business out there. Because I also saw this video of like a wolf being attacked by 2 eagles. You know, they basically can rip a wolf apart.
Oh god,
that was so scary. I'm like, if a bird can do that to a wolf, imagine what it can do to like a human child.
I bet in ancient, I'm talking like millions of years ago. I bet birds like snatched up our ancestors.
No, I don't think it's like even like a million years. I'm pretty sure that happened like a couple hundred years ago.
Oh no, you know what?
You leave a child out in the field, and like a wolf, not a wolf, but an eagle would just snatch the baby away.
No, remember even in Korea, like babies get snatched by animals all the time. Remember, like I think there's a documented case where it's in the 20th century, like when we were still poor, like if you leave out
a child,
like foxes and animals would snatch it.
Man, but that was so scary.
Yo,
the eagle's so big.
Yo, every time we have to get on the subway, we're doing this. Is there a human being ready to snatch us? Like get in the car. I'm like pushing, get in the car, watch it. Like that's how it feels to be an animal, right? I bet they like you know how we like wake up and like coffee, smell of coffee. They're like, what the fuck? Let's go! Like they're always in this battle mode
all the time.
Yeah. Says a while ago, panda attacked its nanny. Wow, the nanny wasn't seriously hurt, but the video looked scary and changed my perception about pandas. I mean, they're all big animals. Oh, hey, can I? Hey, oh, I'm not gonna say this. It's a very, very scary video. I think
it can still happen today. And their story is about birds snatching dogs from next to their owners. In some countries, it feels like that to be. Yeah, I mean, we forget how big these like big birds are, but the wingspan of these eagles, I think they're longer than like a human arm.
Yeah.
And they're so big, and their claws. Are they called claws? I mean, there's a name for them.
Talons.
Oh, talons. That's right. The talons. They're so scary. It's just like the Velociraptor claw. Oh man.
So, but can they beat a tiger though, Wenjin?
I don't think so, because they're too heavy. Because wolves, they weigh less than like a grown adult male mostly. But a tiger, that's basically an eagle trying to claw and fly away with a Harley Davidson. But I don't think that's gonna work. You're gonna need like 10 eagles to pull that off.
Damn, some of them are bigger than 2 meters. Oh, there was a YouTube video recently of these moose battling in a woman's backyard. It was so cool and scary for the woman, and they destroyed her backyard.
Oh man, that's scary. Because recently there was this incident in the city of Suwon. This wild, I don't know where it came from, a deer. A deer just appeared out of nowhere in the park, and it attacked like a couple pedestrians. They got seriously hurt.
Oh man, I believe it though, because it's wrong for us to assume like herbivores are like gentle and stuff. Like anytime there's a sexual competition,
they're gangsters.
The males go crazy. A serious mature male wolf can be about 50 kilos and even more in some cases. Yeah, and wolves they hunt in packs.
Yeah, but tigers, they're like 250. So that's a big cat.
I think 250 is like a Siberian tiger, man, like the biggest ones. But the Bengal ones are, I think, much smaller. They're like.
I think they're still over like 150 though.
I think they're in the 100 range though. But the Siberian one definitely I think goes there.
Let's see. Holy shit! No, it's like 200 for males. Damn.
Oh really?
Oh man, that's scary. That's a big cat.
That's still huge,
Like,
man.
look at this. The minimum is like 100. Oh man. Siberian. Holy shit. 315? What? Man. Big cats.
88 kilo. Just imagine you drowning or literally going to the tap, but a great white shark and a killer whale comes to save you, and it scares my shark and it scoops you up. Bad, would you feel about that? I mean, I'll feel great, but I wonder what the chances are of like a wild killer whale saving you. For male wolf, between 23 and 55 for female wolf. The largest male killer whale ever recorded was 32 feet long, and the largest female was 27 feet long. Oof. But we're looking at maximum size, though. Like most animals, like sexual, like dimorphism isn't that wide as we think. Maybe except gorillas, like because gorillas has a huge difference. But most of the time, but my favorite animal is the spotted hyenas. There's just so much. They're so human-like.
Yeah, and what always fascinates me about those animals is like how they organize themselves. You know, how they have this hierarchy, and it's not just like they're not just running on instinct. They're organized.
Well, I could say that it's their instinct to organize. So that explains a lot about human beings too.
What surprises me even more and fascinates me even more is always like ants. Because remember, mammals have they have like these big developed brains, but I don't know how ants manage to do all this.
Yo, big doesn't always mean great, because we see plenty of humans do dumb shit too. Like I said to you guys last time, how come there's no any footage of gorillas getting attacked by leopards or chimpanzees getting attacked by a leopard? I bet it's really hard to film them.
It happens all the time, but it's not like we always have cameras monitoring them all the time. So all these like moments of attacks that we see on documentaries, those are very rare footages. We just take them for granted, but those are very rare events that are captured. So I'm pretty sure there are cases where like gorillas get attacked by leopards, but there's just no one else. I mean, no one around there to film it.
You know, it'll be funny. I mean, I'm not funny, but entertaining to watch. I'm sorry, I'm joining your boat here. Like watching a silverback defend his like babies, because the leopard's probably going for the baby. And I saw a deer attack a hyena in a vid. She was holding the hyena by back of the neck, and the hyenas couldn't do anything. Like, see, every time we watch a documentary, I always, you know, because when we grew up once, remember we were like Lion King. Like these giraffes don't have a chance. And I watch a video, giraffe does a back kick. I'm like,
Lions don't have a chance.
What the fuck are you doing?
I thought they were kings.
Yeah, don't fuck with that. Like, and then like you see a hippopotamus like casually walking through a pride of lions.
Yeah, when also with like 6 lions on his back.
Yeah,
he's like nothing.
You're like, get off me! I need to go like wash myself. He's like,
I'm not in a good mood, guys.
Yeah.
Just let me go.
The only animal that I feel safe about is polar bears. But even then, if they can't find food, they starve to death.
Yeah.
It just like saddens me so deeply. And you know what's scary though, Wanjin? Like our ancestors survived in competition with them.
Yeah.
That's the scary part.
It's the tools.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Scott Walker mentioned gorillas and leopards. I heard that if they actually go against each other, gorillas are at a disadvantage because they don't have like a proper hide. The primates, their skin is like us. They don't really provide much protection from like claws and stuff. Whereas these like big cats and everything, they have like a much thicker skin, like basically like a hide. So they're gonna be like torn apart by those claws, but they're smart enough probably also to use tools. So like the moment a gorilla grabs like a pair of rocks, then yeah, That's gonna be some serious match.
Rock knuckles.
Yeah, that's right. Like it's like the gorilla version of like a brass knuckle.
Oh man, Onesie, here we are talking about animals when there are a bunch of other animals content available on YouTube. Oh Jesus. Oh, okay. There's a documentary story about a cheetah, I think, that adopted a baby deer and raised it as a cub. It was a leopard actually that adopted a baby deer. That happens. Yeah, that's been.
And Scott Walker, I agree. We need more female werewolf movies.
Yeah.
I think this bias and the stereotype of having like male werewolves, I think this needs to change.
Not just that, but now that we're going full woke, why don't we like have animals such as like hyenas or crocodiles be the main character? Like I think that would be actually more fun than the wokeism we've got so far. Like some woke was alright, but like because I did enjoy what's the latest Lion King? They had those female hyenas. They were more pronounced. They were more shown to be female in hierarchy. I like that detail. So why not have like a crocodile or a snake be the protagonist? Like that'll be great. Oh, you know what? Actually, there was one with I think Johnny Depp voices this iguana or something, and that movie was Rango.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, that movie was actually pretty good one, Jin. I recommend it. Which American movie racially offended Koreans more? Sorry for being offending my friends. Are you talking in general?
I can't really think of one. Because I think their depiction of Koreans in most movies are pretty accurate. You know, when they show Koreans in America, they always run like supermarkets or dry cleaner.
No, there was one recently or 10 years ago, like Age of Ultron, because it was filmed in Korea, right? And there's this chase scene between Captain America and Ultron, and they played a Chinese music. Ding dong dong dong, and that's a Chinese thing. No offense to the song, I enjoyed that song, but that was a little detail that I was wondering why the Korean media never talked about it. They always talk about this, but that one was a Chinese song, and I was like, that's not a Korean song.
Yeah, so those kind of things kind of it doesn't upset us, but we just think it's a bit careless.
It's recognizable to us because me and Wonjin, we don't get offended that easily because we can take a joke or two. But I thought that was just like wrong, you know, because Korean music and Chinese music are completely different.
Jin, look up Servo man-eaters. Africa, these two male lions attacked and killed railway workers in 1898. It's a pretty good story and based on a true story. Check out the movie Ghost in the Darkness. Okay.
The Ghost in the Darkness was on television all the time. The only American...
Oh, okay.
The only American movies where they are offensive with Korea is when they make documented they call Korean War the Forgotten War, as if that can be forgotten. Well, because like that's the American perspective, because it's always the Vietnamese War, like that just gets the Vietnamese War and World War II and World War One that just gets more attention. I mean, but then again, Koreans themselves don't talk about. We call it 625, so that's our name for the Korean War, but we don't talk about it enough.
Because it started on the 25th of June.
Anyway, I think, guys, we're just going to take a couple more questions before we call it a night. We did this long. Well, let's talk for you, Scott Walker. So shoot at us any question you want. No, but like when I was young, Wonjin, I thought like by the time I grew up, they would use like war animals because we watched so many movies and comics over it.
War animals?
Like train animals to like participate in war.
Oh yeah, and it's also shown in movies like what's it called, Lord of the Rings and stuff.
No, because historically they were used. Like dogs were used, elephants were used, even horses were used.
The Gladiator opens with the dog like pouncing. It's like, oh, Roma Victor.
yeah, but we never like. I was thinking more like lions and jaguars, but I guess they're hard to train.
It would be funny if they are like put into battle, and because it's so chaotic, they kind of like can't figure out who's who.
That's probably what's gonna happen.
Just randomly attack everybody.
Do you remember that movie Save the Last Dance? That was so much racism. Derek, one of the main characters' best friends, Kai, said to the girl, "Dash all your milk, don't punch it in the mix." Is that racism? I don't know though, Walker. But today I think we're kind of at the opposite pole, where we're considering everything racism now, And I don't know what's the right and wrong answer to that. And Korean educational system is called C6334. What does that mean? I actually don't know, Zezzy.
Oh, I think that's the years that we spend in schools.
Elementary school, middle
6
school,
years,
high
3 years of
school,
middle
university.
school, 3 years of high school, and 4 years of college.
Oh, funny. Zezzy, you know more about the education. I never heard that before. Why do you guys personally believe SeaWorld? Why is the people for likes I said earlier? Why do people say they don't separate mother killer whales from their babies? But are you trying to say? Walker, next. Boy, do you think we get Christmas is still far away? Don't you think,
Yeah,
Walker?
we still have like a month.
It's not even mid-November yet, my man. No, how about this? Like in the Christmas time, if you don't have a new movie to talk about, or if there's a new Christmas movie, we can talk about that, Walker.
And you know the reason why SeaWorld lies to people is probably like the same reason other companies lie to the public as well, just for their own
Protect their interest.
protect their own financial interest.
No, but 6334 Korean education. But isn't that like universal though? Most countries have a 12-year mandatory education. You know, there are normal people and then people that are making the Christmas tree in October. Zezzy, ha 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 ha. Yeah, Wonjin had like Christmas decoration for a year.
Yeah, I never took them down.
Yeah, it was, and then I think you said something really dumb and smart at the same time.
Every day's Christmas.
Yeah, and then I was thinking to myself, "Fuck you," but I didn't say that out loud. I just nodded like politely. No, just kidding. No, but like every day is Christmas if you believe in it. So I guess that means Scott Walker is right. I guess we can't talk about Christmas. No, but Walker, how about we talk about holidays in general in our Let's Talk next week? Yes, Joe is universal, but it started in Korea, and nope, Japan has 9 years mandatory, and poor countries have more years. Oh man, Zezzy, you just opened up another huge topic, like mandatory educational system. I think in the 21st century, it should change, right? No, because I do find Elon Musk's like self-school stuff all very interesting.
The world is changing. It's very easy to be like self-educated if
Yeah.
you have the will, because the resources are all out there now.
Yeah, like rich countries have less mandatory years. That makes sense. My country has 14 mandatory years. Damn, that's long.
I think that also shows like the spectrum of opportunities that those countries have, because even without the mandatory education, they still have like many opportunities.
That's a great point, man. I mean, because then again, like today we're so individualistic. Because I think, I do think like mandatory education has this benefit. Not necessarily about what they teach, but you learn how to be around people. And that's
true.
That's something that like I think homeschooling misses out.
Yeah, school isn't just about the learning material.
Exactly.
It's about learning social skills and picking up social cues and everything.
Very, very well spoken about.
Learning how to cope with people you don't really like.
Yeah, politics. It has more mandatory years because the crime rate and school dropout is bigger. Oh, okay, man, that's scary. But anyway, let's take one more question from Scott. If you're still here, Walker. Next week, like, because we're definitely doing my Gladiator too, so we have to force it for longer until we make sure they don't turn to crime. Yeah, I mean, like, I think like poorer countries in general will have a longer mandatory education system because they just need that educated labor force, and or not. I should shut the fuck up. Check out this new Santa Claus movie. It's called Red One. It has. Oh, I saw the trailer for that. Oh, that's a Christmas movie?
Yeah.
Man. Okay, we'll check it out, Walker. But anyway, guys, I think we're going to call it a day. Hey, thank you for... who was that one person that joined the chat today? Thomas! Thank you, Thomas, for joining the chat, man. Big shout out to Nico Mercado, Ekemu, ZZ, Scott Walker, Kayla Marie, Jasmine, Russian ID, Music, Lee Chan Hong. I cook for my wife, Zach Miller does movies, and all our 45 subscribers. I want to watch it. Can you guys watch it? Sure. If it's not hey boys, I got something sad tell you that dog diabetes on the rise, and dogs at this year res vet told me diabetes on the rising dogs. Oh man, because we've been feeding them too well, Walker. Sometimes less is more.
And also, I'm pretty sure they're not getting enough exercise.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, guys, we're gonna call it a night. Thank you for joining in. We love y'all. Have a great weekend. This has been Joe Jin Movie So Awesome. I'm Joe.
I'm one Jin.
We'll see you next week, guys. Bye, bye, bye. Watch Gladiator. My Gladiator. Pow. Pow. I must have watched that trailer like fucking dozens of times. Sir Ridley Scott, baby, I'm coming. Hell fucking you. Fuck the haters. I'm Scott, really fucking Scott, bitch. He's looking at Todd Phillips like, that's an amateur move. You gotta build up your rep first. Hell fucking yeah. Take care, kids.